Arsenal are contemplating on signing Marc Cucurella. Arsenal, I repeat it, are interested in Marc Cucurella, and the Daily Express is going to hit to break this story today. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? This is the Transfer News Show. We are talking Ian Maatsen going to Borussia Dortmund. It's a here we go, and there is another legendary defender that's going to sign for another club that you guys need to know about, and his name is Leonardo Bonucci, and he's really one of those players that went ahead to put up a very huge performance, you know, at Italy, at Inter Milan, Juventus, and now he's here to play for another side in Turkey. So let's see close to 100 likes in this video, but Marc Cucurella has been linked to Arsenal. And let's thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, RD are my initials, and Rokani David is my name. Now, there is a very huge story that has been dropped by The Express that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is reportedly taking or keeping tabs on Chelsea and Spanish left-back Marc Cucurella, who may follow Kai Havertz from Stamford Bridge in the summer. Now, if I were Arsenal, I would have gone ahead to get all the money I have to spend it onto Marc Cucurella to come in through in January. That is it. I really understand that Arsenal has Kivio, Tomiyasu. They have Zinchenko, who is the first choice left back at Arsenal, but they don't offer you what Marc Cucurella really gets you. This lad has not been the same ever since he came in through at Chelsea. We all knew that he was the best left back in the league when he was the best left back in the league in his last season when he played for Brentford, and I think it was 2021-2022, because he comes in through in 2022 to sign for Chelsea. That is Marc Cucurella, and we all agree in unison that this guy is really one of a kind. He's really one of a kind, and has gonna hate to do lots of things that have gonna hate obviously show us that he's really talented. Before he joined Chelsea, I really loved him. I really loved him a lot, and I really understood exactly what everything was being orchestrated by him on the field of play. I really admired him. I wish my team Man United could go for him, and he went to Chelsea. But when to Chelsea, things have not been the same, and if at all you never saw him play at Brighton, you'll ask yourself, why did Chelsea go in to sign such a player? But his quality is really undoubted, and I don't think that there is any left back at Arsenal that can outcompete Marc Cucurella, especially if at all he gets back to the levels expect him to be at, like how he was playing at Brighton, because the way Chelsea is playing does not help him express himself like he expressed himself at Brighton. He is really a very good press-resistant player. He will invert into the midfield like Zinchenko. Defensively, he's better than Zinchenko. He has more pace, he has more energy, and the other difference that you get from Cucurella is he can play as a left-sided centre-back. So, I think it's high time Cucurella came in at Arsenal. And Arsenal fans won't like it, but I would shift Zinchenko into the midfield. That is it. If Arsenal brings in Cucurella, the best thing they can do for Zinchenko to obviously get the best out of him is to play him in the midfield three of Arsenal, because he'll help you a lot in such positions. And I don't know why, when Arteta is making substitutions, why doesn't he really push Zinchenko to play in the midfield? Because we know that he can play literally in every position on the pitch. So, but to get the best out of him, I think it will always be manded by his midfield position, because you play him as a left back because you want him to invert in the midfield, because when he inverts in the midfield, he rarely loses the ball. Now, what will happen if at all Zinchenko is being played in the midfield? I think he can be used as a bait to say to it that very many players crowd around him, hence creating space to other players of Arsenal to operate. So, he's not an overlapping left back, yet Cucurella is. And when you look at the season of Arsenal, all they've gone ahead to lack is those overlapping fullbacks. Overlapping fullbacks increase your creativity. Cucurella is a guy who comes in with the perfect cross every time he's obviously delivering his end product. in the 18-yard box area of the opponent. We all know that. And we've seen him do this for a very, very, very long time. And no one is going to stop him from obviously shining, because we know his capabilities and what he's good at. So for me, he's a kind of player that I've always wanted to watch, and I would wish him to come to Arsenal. Experience, he has it. And one will ask, but Rokani, what of the injuries? I understand he's not all that an injury-prone player, though he really went back. But I know if Arsenal can get him, he can obviously come in through and help them a lot, especially in games like the one against Liverpool. Sometimes you need a wide player, a wide left back, to really see him operate in the final third of the pitch. Take off players, put in those crosses, press resistance. He's a complete left back. And I know he's really that player that has class on him. And all that did him bad is going to the side of Chelsea. And trust me, they paid £65 million to sign him. It showed you his quality, and they were buying the best left back in the Premier League by then. That is it. He pushed so much to come to London, and he has not gone ahead to yield everything he expected from London. And Pochettino came in through, he made it clear that he doesn't need him at the side of Chelsea. Manchester United came in through, they wanted a loan, but because there was an option to obviously trigger it or really terminate it during the January transfer, like they're going to have to do to Sergio Reguilon, Chelsea said no. And one of the biggest factors were the loan fee that Chelsea wanted. Chelsea wanted a loan fee of £10 million, something that United said no, we cannot offer that, and that's why they went in for the left back of Tottenham Hotspur, that is Sergio Reguilon. Now, how much will Arsenal get this player at? I don't think they'll really get him at 65. Even if Chelsea wants to pay that amount of money, even if Chelsea is calling in for that amount of money, Arsenal cannot pay that amount of money. I think for Cucurella right now, he has gone ahead to depreciate, and Arsenal can only offer like £40 million for this player. And I'm happy that Arteta is saying this. He's saying this because you need a left back like Cucurella. You need a left back like Luke Shaw. You need a left back like Udogie. You need a left back like Estupian of Brighton. You need a left back like Robertson, right? Chilwell, Ben. Those are kinds of left backs that you have that will obviously create a lot into the final third of the pitch. They'll invert, they'll shoot, they'll cross, they'll defend, and that's what the modern football is all about. And it's one of those jigsaws that Mikel Arteta needs to fix. And if he gets in Cucurella, he already has an option that can obviously get him that on the right back. That is Julian Timber, though he's injured, but he can get you where you want to be by playing in those positions perfectly. That is it coming in from the Express about Cucurella. Let's wait and see what developments are going to show up in there for you. But I really love the player, and he is really interesting. And if at all Arsenal get him, it will be an absolute bargain because he is really excellent. Fabrizio Romano earlier today came up and confirmed to us that Ian Maatsen to Borussia Dortmund. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea on loan with salary covered. More. Understand Maatsen will travel on Tuesday, then medical booked on Wednesday. Maatsen accepted Borussia Dortmund days ago. Deal done. So it's a here we go. Maatsen is going to have to sign a short loan with Borussia Dortmund, and he's going to be playing that side. Then after that, he told us that an exclusive Ian Maatsen signs new deal at Chelsea valid until 2027, 2-year extension, and it will include a release clause. The clause will be valid starting from summer of 2024. Maatsen will fly to Borussia Dortmund to join. Will fly tonight to Borussia Dortmund. Will fly to Dortmund tonight to join Borussia Dortmund on loan. Medical tomorrow as revealed, meaning that the medical of Maatsen is going to be taking place tomorrow. That is Wednesday. In my country, it's already Wednesday. I would have gone here to say today, but I'm recording the video to let you know that on Wednesday to make it really perfect. So Ian Maatsen is a youngster at Chelsea. His best position, he plays as a central attacking midfielder, and I can easily relate as to why they've gone ahead to choose the side of the side of Borussia Dortmund. The examples are simple. Jadon Sancho coming in through to Borussia Dortmund at the age of 17. In 2017, he joined Borussia Dortmund, and guess what? He turned out to be one of the best wingers in the world at his age. United got him in at the age of 2021. Things are not going to hit to work well, but Borussia Dortmund are going to hit to do magic for this guy. The other player that Borussia Dortmund did magic for was Erling Haaland, coming in through from RB Salzburg, coming in through to Borussia Dortmund. He scored very many goals. He went to Chelsea. He went to Man City. Look at the latest product, Jude Bellingham. From Birmingham City, snubbed Man United, snubbed Arsenal, and went to Borussia Dortmund. They bought him for like, I think, £35 million. And on his departure, Real Madrid had to obviously cash out £116 million for Borussia, to Borussia Dortmund to get him. So I think it's going to work out well for him. That is it, because he has the talent, but he'll need to be patient because he's going to compete with some people or some great players that are playing for Dortmund. For example, let me read to you how the midfield of Borussia Dortmund really stands, and you'll get exactly to know what I'm talking about. They're having Sabitzer, Ozan, and Brandit. So he has to compete with these players. That is it. But he's gonna really get some playing time. That is it. Coming in through from Germany, and the player is already in Dortmund to get everything up and running. So that is it all, coming in from the guy himself, known as Cucurella. And let's obviously conclude this story with the Bonucci one. Bonucci, he's really grown, but he doesn't really want to really down the tools and really say, all right, I'm hanging up my boots, because his fellow counterpart that they used to play that central defense at Juventus and the Italian national team known as Chiellini hung up the boots. But this guy is 36 years of age, and he has finally gone ahead to make a decision to really go ahead and really play for a team in Turkey known as Fenerbahçe. And it's a here we go, sounded by Fabrizio Romano, that Leonardo Bonucci to Fenerbahçe, here we go, agreement in place for termination of contract at Union Berlin. Bonucci will join Fenerbahçe as free agent on short-term contract valid until 2024. Bonucci will travel to Istanbul tomorrow. So Bonucci is a here we go, 36 years of age. He's going to Turkey to obviously play that side and do the needful. And this has been brought to us by Fabrizio Romano. That's why you need to pay a lot of attention to this channel, because we bring you content from credible journalists. And Bonucci looks like he doesn't even want to go to US. Believes that it's not time for me to go to Saudi Arabia, because if it was Saudi Arabia, they would have gone ahead to offer him more money. Like Ronaldo would have gone ahead to convince him to go there. It's easy for him to go that side, but it looks like it's not yet time for him to go to play in Saudi Arabia, because Cristiano plays for Al Nassr, and Al Nassr could offer him some good amount of money that he would need in his life. But it looks like it's not yet time that he goes that side, and maybe he wants to play for Fenerbahçe and then see how things are going to pan out. So guys, your thoughts on Cucurella to Arsenal, interest on Mikel Arteta keeping tabs on this guy, are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about it? Secondly, what are your thoughts when it comes to Ian Maatsen of Chelsea, young star coming off from the academy of Chelsea to Borussia Dortmund? Will it work out like those of Haaland, Sancho, and Bellingham worked out? Lastly, Bonucci to Fenerbahçe. What do you make about it? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum. We are out.